hometown Charlotte, North Carolina, home of the Hornets. A quick trip here for the Rockets, just one game away before heading back to Houston. This is a hot team. They currently hold the best record in the entire NBA.
Well, it's really not a surprise to anybody that they're having the kind of season that they are, Kevin. You wouldn't have expected anything less from the defending champs.
And Steve, they've got a very legitimate chance to be wearing that crown again at the end of this season. I mean, with the experience of last year still fresh in their minds, and quite honestly, they're my pick to go all the way.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the Rockets, Harden and Ariza out on the perimeter. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Andrew Nicholson, and it's Fry in at the point guard. Houston on D. Keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
You know, they had a great start to that game. A couple guys got hot early, and it seemed to become contagious. Everybody started shooting the ball well at that point.
You know, typically if there's a hot shooter, the defense can make an adjustment and lean everything towards stopping him and let somebody else beat you, but that wasn't an option in that game.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
You know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
And both free throws good for James Harden.
Boy, his free throw shooting, just another reason. Such a good all-around player.
And Bledsoe, here we go. Kid Gilchrist dishes to Bledsoe. Stevenson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Conley. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. And here are the Rockets now. Last time they met in Houston.
That was one of those games where everybody has fun because they blew him out. The bench played. Everybody got in on the act. His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
Conley setting the pick for Bledsoe. In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. And stolen by Fry. Stolen by Stevenson. Bledsoe outside. Jefferson setting the pick for Bledsoe. And Conley has it in the corner. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Now, here's Fry. He's coming off a 28-point game against Memphis.
And he was so good defensively, anticipating every pass. He had a ton of steals in that game.
Nicholson with the buckets. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Bledsoe. He's coming off a 13-point game against Detroit. Jefferson setting the pick for Bledsoe. Stevenson against Harden. Clock at 6. Stevenson comes in. And Charlotte again with the bucket. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Fry kicks to Harden. To the paint. Stolen by Stevenson. One-on-one fast break. Bledsoe outside. And there's Al Jefferson on the assist by Bledsoe. Jefferson's got his first basket of the night.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively they look great.
And it's Ariza in the corner. Feeds it to Dedmon. From 18 feet away. And Houston again with the bucket.
3 out of 4 from the floor, so a good start for this club.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And here's a list of players that have been coming through for their team on both ends of the floor. The point guards with the most steals over the course of the last month. You look at Fry, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
Well, despite the offensive responsibilities that come with being a point guard, I think he may enjoy the defensive aspect of the game even more.
You know what? I think you're right there. I probably would too, Steve, if I were as strong a defender as he is. That wasn't the case when I played. He is so active. Great anticipation. I think he's at the top of the defensive list for that reason.
Just 4 to shoot. Bledsoe. Rockets with the rebound.
Good percentage shot, though. That's one they'll take any day of the week.
And it's Harden slamming it downtown. Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks there.
I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that again.
Bledsoe and the Hornets miss again.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating off target from the baseline. For Houston, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Harden kicks to Fry. And he gets it to go. Fry's got his second bucket of the night.
I'll tell you what, the defender didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
It's Henderson for Kid Gilchrist.
And a quick review here, looking at some numbers for James Harden. He's putting up 18 points a night, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, and he really brings that offensive firepower to this team. Finding ways to score is his specialty.
Yeah, that's his identity, Steve, among other contributions, obviously, but the ability to make plays that put up points, that's a major weapon in his arsenal.
Charlotte making a switch here. Blair's checked in, and a switch here also for Houston. Covington's checked in. Fry passes to Harden. Three-pointer. Zeller grabs the board. Hornets trail by 4. On the wing, Stevenson. Into Blair. And he banks in the layup.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you got to continue to go to the well.
Good. For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And here's Bledsoe. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Goes up. Oh, my God.
High wire flying out.
That'll drop your jaw.
The spinorama, kind of like using the washing machine. Do you know what kind of athlete you have to be to pull off that 360?
Remarkable. Truly remarkable.
Let's call it the agitator.
Yeah, I like the nickname, Clark. You may be onto something with that one.
Well, the Hornets shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. Jared Dudley's checked in for Charlotte. Kirsten comes in for Eric Bledsoe. And the Rockets making a change here. To feed to Henderson. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Dudley dishes to Henderson. Here's Hairston. Eunice grabs the miss.
I like the defense, guys. Really getting a hand up and challenging shots.
Yes, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
Henderson against Dragic. Henderson kicks to Blair. Shoots from 14. Buries the jump shot. Fry with the ball. He's got 8. And there's the pass to McDaniel. Takes it to Covington. McDaniel, the pass to Dragic. To the inside. There's Covington. Here's McDaniel. And 3 chances on that. Possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Dudley with it, now guarded by Dragic. And Dudley kicks to Hairston. He feeds it to Zeller. Shot left there's another one for the Hornets. Now, here's Fry. 30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. There's the pick. Off the screen. And he throws it down hard with one hand. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
Now Blair. Pass to Henderson. Lots of room. No good.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
Pretty good start defensively. This club forced some mistakes and took advantage, and that's how they built this lead.
And they've built the lead because not only have they forced turnovers, but they've taken care of the ball themselves. So that's a winning combination.
So on the floor for Houston. Fry, he's in at point guard. Robert Covington out there with Montezumas. Then there's Dragic, and it's McDaniel at the 5. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Hi, Kevin. The Wizard in their last time out against the Grizzlies was simply terrific. He ended with 28 points, and he was his usual self on the defensive end, providing a bunch of steals. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
I agree with you there. I mean, he obviously hit on something that brought out the best in him, and you can be sure he's going to take the exact same approach in this one.
Definitely. And as confident a player as he already was, now he's got to be feeling absolutely unstoppable.
Hornets trailed by 7. Here is Hairston. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. 3 on the clock. Now here's Kid Gilchrist. He's guarded closer. There's the bucket. Good.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just not getting it done on the board.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job.
Here is Hairston. Averaging 8 points a game. There's the dish to Henderson. Pass to Zeller. A jump hook. Offensive rebound. He kicks it to Doug. Goes back up. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Hairston.
The defense playing way too soft there, guys. He's just getting right to the rim.
And here's Fry for 3. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And that is simply a dagger on the way to the locker room. That three-pointer feels like a six-pointer coming when it did right at the end of the half.
Second quarter ends in a tight one. Houston on top, up by 5. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, guys, I'm here without...
Okay, good job battling them out there. Let's talk.
Second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
Wow, this game just a commanding performance for the Wizards. 15 points now and 3 great steals.
I had no idea we'd be seeing a performance like this one today.
Totally dominant. I mean, pure domination.
Kid Gilchrist and Vonleh off the forwards. Bledsoe is out there with Lance Stevenson, and it's Jefferson in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Harden. Up and in on the layup. Harden's got the first bucket of the third here for the Rockets.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
Kid Gilchrist dishes to Bledsoe. This is his first free throw of the game.
Well, he's shooting about 74% from the line this year, guys. A decent percentage.
Guys, he is close to where he was last year in that category, but his numbers are still down just a skosh.
Rockets leading by 6. Dishes it to Harden. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Fry passes to Nicholson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from 14. No good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Kevin, that game defensively was an absolute nightmare. They went into that building and just got blown out by a very hot team.
Well, they didn't defend those shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started rocking and thumping and bumping, things only got worse. Well, I like the way they're sharing the ball, and Bledsoe right in the middle, spreading it around.
And here is Fromm. He's got 15. It's Ariza on the wing. Stevenson against Harden. Fry with the ball. And good. Kathy English that time as it falls. Fry's got 17 now.
Oh, he's clearly feeling it on doing off that fantastic game last time out.
Let's take a look at some of the leaders of the NBA. These men have been shooting lights out during the last month. You look at Fry, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
Well, he's been even more accurate with his shooting than he's been with his passing. Just a terrific percentage from the field for him.
And those shots aren't all coming from 10 feet and in. I mean, he's taking legitimate shots. I mean, it might seem like it because of his percentage that he's in close, but he's putting up those numbers from outside.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. With that last huddle, you could see the coach was addressing how they were going to make a tactical adjustment.
And after the coach does something like that, it's on the players now to lock in and follow the lead and execute. If they don't, then the coach will put them on the pound. Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. That drops. Bledsoe's got 5 points so far.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
Ariza kicks to Fry. Houston needs to get a shot from deep. Harden, and he gets it to go. He's got 9.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Count that one.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Now, here's Fry. Guarded by Bledsoe. No good from Fry. Hornets trailed by 5. And Stevenson kicks to Bledsoe.
Oh! Hammer time! Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, it's startling that he'd even try that right now. Mid-range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
Conley setting the pick for Bledsoe. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one is on Ariza.
Looking now at some numbers for Eric Bledsoe. In the past few weeks, he's been a major contributor. You can see where he ranks. He's putting up 14 points a night, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. They've been able to count on him to run the show offensively, which he's done with his sensational passing.
Yeah, he's been setting them up with a lot of easy baskets. Room service dimes, we call them. One great look after another coming off of his basket. He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Conley setting the pick for Bledsoe. He got right to the cup using that screen. Bledsoe's got 7 points here in this quarter.
You know, they've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
Nicholson's shot is off.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Bledsoe with it. Now guarded by Fry. Bledsoe outside. The 11-footer. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Well, I tell you what, he's going to put a lot of pressure on their perimeter shooters if he can't convert those chances.
To the wing on the left. Here's Nicholson. Banked in off the glass. Nicholson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Rockets.
You gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
Bledsoe dishes to Jefferson. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. Get the ball inside, just take it strong to the hoop, be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside. He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Stevenson passes to Jefferson. It's stolen by Dragic. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
No moment now to see the story on James Harden. The back half of the season so far, he's been fantastic. 7th in field goal percentage, and his 3-point field goal accuracy has been really impressive. He's ranked in the top 15.
And Steve, you touched on his outstanding field goal percentage. I mean, he hasn't gotten there just simply by having a hot hand on occasion. I mean, it's also a product of how hard he works to find those good open shots.
It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Hairston.
Nicely done. They just continue to dominate inside. That's 10 points in a row in the lane.
It's now purely, here it comes. See if you can stop it.
Here's the screen. Let's check out the standings in the Western Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. You look at Houston. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, Portland sitting directly below them, just 1 spot down.
You know, checking out the Rockets, they've been just as tough as everybody expected. Tore it down that time. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Offline with his 3.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Passes it to Fry. And it's Houston with another.
This is a tremendous solo run he's on. I mean, the kind we've seen him have so many times before.
Now, here's Blair. He's got 10. We've got 28 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Henderson against Dragic. Takes the 13-footer. Henderson, no good. Now Fry. Here's Covington. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Woo-hoo, Kevin, they're firing on all cylinders. That shot caps a nice run going into the final quarter.
And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Houston on top as they end the 3rd quarter with an energy burst, a 19-6 run. 2K Sports back in a moment here at the Time Warner Cable Arena in Charlotte. And now we present our State Farm the game with 5 total assists in the game. We've seen some great passing tonight from Eric Bledsoe.
And his passing ability is why they make sure the offense runs through him on a regular basis. Great assist like the one we just saw.
4th quarter on the court for the Rockets. Fry in at point guard. Robert Covington out there with Trevor Ariza. And there's Dragic. And it's McDaniel at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Houston.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
The other thing that's been huge for them is their points in the paint. They're getting the ball inside and converting on a regular basis.
And it's Houston on the break. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
You know, as soon as that steal was made, it was over. That was going to be a bucket the whole way.
That's exactly how a turnover costs you.
Hairston kicks to Anderson. The pass to Hairston. the screen. Feeds it to Henderson. They get it again. And another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
Houston leading by 18. Here's the screen. Here's Fry. A reverse. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Hairston. A three. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 6 assists here tonight.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Covington in the corner. He dishes it to Fry. Ariza outside. Just 4 to shoot. Fry gets the pass to Fry. And that one's good. Fry's got 14 points now in the second half.
And another gap in the defense found right there. This is one of the worst defensive performances I have ever seen.
Zeller setting the pick for Bledsoe. The feed now to Blair. Back to Bledsoe. Bledsoe right side. It's blocked. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. A floater. Here's Dragic. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Rockets lead by 19.
That sort of epitomized this game, guys. One team going all out, getting rebounds and putbacks, and the other team just dragging.
And Fry slams it in.
He threw down that 360 like it was no problem at all. That's insane skill.
The guys on the bench are just falling all over themselves.
Yeah, they loved it.
One of the plays of the year, possibly.
And stolen by Fry. They push it up 4 on 3. Back to Dragic. Kicks it to Fry. Launches a 3. And another 3 for Houston.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Bledsoe outside. Zeller setting the pick for Bledsoe. And Blair kicks to Henderson. Shot clock at 6. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Rockets leading by 22. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. The dish to Fry. To the wing right side. Here's Covington. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
They've been splashing home those threes since halftime.
Definitely a big improvement in their shooting from what we saw before the break.
Knocked away and stolen by Fry. Down low. And it's good. Caught through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out on the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. Over to the wing. Here's Perkinson. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Houston's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Goes up off the pick, and Fry slams it in. Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw one.
Oh, man, that was just amazing.
Here's Perkinson, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Good, tough defense there, getting a hand up, forcing that miss.
Well, he's got the reputation of being a tough defender, and there was an example right there for him.
And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. Pass to Jeffries. On the wing, Stevenson. Just 5 on the clock. A three-pointer off the mark. Houston's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Fry with the ball. Picked up by Kid Gilchrist. Dishes it to Covington. And good work on the boards. They pick up a second chance points. Covington's got 7 now in this quarter.
He's a grinder. Love what he does under the offensive boards, really bringing energy and life to his team.
Stevenson outside. Down low. Here's Perkinson. Can't get it to go. Nice deep from Fry. Rocket shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. Here's Covington. Buries it down low.
This game's over, guys. I think we can say that with certainty.
Yeah, I agree with you there. We have officially reached garbage time.
.133 left in the fourth quarter. The Rockets pull it in.
And we head to the final buzzer in a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. This will go in the books as a really gaudy win for the Rockets.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, Steve, and in the end, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, Clark, and that's all part of the story.
That's right, Kevin. I mean, this is by no means a runaway that it might appear to have been. I mean, it was a scrappy performance all the way through.
And the one thing that stood out about these guys all season long, their resiliency to come out and play hard and win games. We've watched some epic battles that they've played, and tonight will mark their 64th win in the year. Something else.
Well, they're going to win again. Same result as the previous matchup between these two clubs.
And it's the last time they meet this year, so that'll make it a sweep of the season series.
And what a huge standout performance it was for the Wizards. Well, there wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every opportunity he got. See the way he times his passes so well? It's a great assist.
Lets it go from 11, and it's Houston with another.
Well, the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way their home team played here today.
And they shouldn't be pleased. I mean, it's a very well-deserved win, Steve. They came into this building and weren't intimidated at all. They were the aggressors.
And he gets the bucket. Houston's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Dragic left side. Pass to Fry. And some nice passing there by Houston.
A serious game-clinching run. They've taken off here. Impressive.
No backing off. What a surge at the right time.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, the outcome of this was never really in doubt tonight. Would you say that this is one of the better performances by this team this year?
It sure felt like it, yeah. It's just nice to see exactly what this team's capable of. When we all execute like we know we can. It makes me excited to get the next game started so we can build on this win.
Well done. Kevin, a young man always looking for more.
Thank you, Doris. Thanks for joining us for this presentation of NBA Basketball.